Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to everyone, those that are watching this video. I am Abil Ahmed from Abil School of Accountancy, where we teach ACCA, SEMA, and we do facilitate O and A level students to achieve their desired grades. In today's video, I am going to explain you IAS little bit relating to IAS 37. The way of teaching of any IAS, in fact any topic of accountancy. How do I teach any topic? Basically, number one, I'll be teaching you why any IAS was invented. Number one, reason why it was developed. Second, what are the applications? And third, each and every concept which I'm going to explain you, inshallah, it will have a story also, because normally I believe concepts with stories, a student can retain such things for a very longer period of time rather than just a concept. Then it becomes a little bit boring. So let us start IAS 37, provision, contingent liabilities and contingent assets. The first question is, why did we develop IAS 37? Obviously there should be a reason of developing this IAS 37. So let us go back to what was the reason, what was happening when IAS 37 was not there, and why did we develop IAS 37? Actually, when IAS 37 was not there, there used to be one concept. The name of the concept is Big Bath Provision. What is the concept name? Big Bath Provision. Actually, what was happening when IAS 37 was not there? Whenever a new CEO used to join a company, he used to make a provision for corporate restructuring, and he used to make a really big provision in the first year of his joining. When you make a provision, you have to pass a journal entry, which is you are going to debit the profit and loss, which another name is associate, and you are going to credit provision. So what was happening? In the first year, when CEO was joining a company, he used to make a really big provision. The name of the provision was Big Bath Provision. Due to that really big provision, in the first year, company was showing a loss. Then in the second year, what that CEO used to do, the CEO used to reverse that provision. When you are going to reverse the provision, then you are going to pass a journal entry in which you are going to debit the provision and you are going to credit profit and loss. So what was happening in the second year? As soon as they used to reverse the provision in the second year, then the company, which was a loss-making company in the first year, it used to show a profit in the second year. And the people were saying, look at the performance of the CEO. He has turned a loss-making company to a profitable company. Actually, the reality was, it was just a game of double entries, and there wasn't any IAS which could have challenged the accounting treatment of CEO. So that's the one reason why we developed this IAS 37. Let me tell you another reasons of developing this IAS 37. It's a story of two brothers which have a really good relationship with this IAS 37. There was a time there were two brothers, elder brother and a younger brother, and we say younger brother chota bhai. Actually, what was happening? Whenever elder brother used to go on an audit, he used to take younger brother with him also. Even though the younger brother was quite young, he was just in class maybe 9 or 8. But since the elder brother had a really good knowledge of accountancy, audit and all these things, so elder brother taught him each and everything relating to IAS. So first audit, when a younger brother went with his elder brother, younger brother saw a really big expense in profit and loss. Then younger brother asked a client, can you please explain me this expense which is in the P&L, it relates to what business activity? Then the client replied. The client said, actually in the future, we are going to carry out a capital expenditure. And since we are going to carry out a capital expenditure in the future, therefore we made a provision for that thing. Then a younger brother replied, how can you make a provision for a capital expenditure which you are going to carry out in the future? Then the client replied, and the client said to younger brother, Chota bhai, client said, is there any IAS which can challenge our accounting treatment? Then younger brother replied. He said, right now there is no IAS which can challenge your accounting treatment. But to be very honest, one day that IAS will come. And that, according to that IAS, younger brother said, I'm going to challenge your accounting treatment. Client said, it's okay. When it's going to come, then we'll see. But right now there is no IAS which can challenge our accounting treatment. Audit 2. On second audit, again, similar thing happened. And a younger brother asked the client, can you please explain me about this expense which is in the P&L? Then the client said, actually, we have recognized a provision for the future operating losses. Younger brother, whom we say Chota bhai. Then Chota bhai said, how it is possible? You cannot recognize a provision for the future operating losses. Because, number one, younger brother asked the client, what do you mean by future operating losses? Client said, basically when we are going to carry out our business in the future, we are going to have loss, therefore we have recognized a provision. Then a younger brother said, don't you think so? If you have this information that in the future you are going to carry out a business and you are going to face losses, this is an indicator of impairment loss. Go and apply IAS 36. How can you make a provision of this thing? You cannot make a provision for this thing. Then the client replied. Client said, is there any IAS which can challenge our accounting treatment? Then the younger brother said, right now there is no IAS in this world which can challenge your accounting treatment. But to be very honest, one day IAS will come and that IAS is going to challenge your accounting treatment, to be very honest. So the time was passing, and after maybe 2 to 3 years, a younger brother was studying at home and somebody phoned him and told to that younger brother that there is one IAS which number is 37. The name is Provision Contingent Liabilities and Contingent Assets, which talks about provision. The IAS has come in this world which gives the accounting for provision. The younger brother became so happy and so excited. What he did in a time like this, what he did, he quickly started his whatever the transportation was available. He took that transportation. Very soon he reached to a bookshop and he bought 2 volumes of IASs. Basically IASs are available in 2 volumes, very heavy books by the way. He bought both the volumes. He came home, and younger brother used to live on a upper story number 1, and there was a winter also. As soon as he entered to his room, he opened the book and he was trying to find out where is IAS 37. So as soon as he got that page which talks about IAS 37, then younger brother read one line relating to provision, which says, provision is a liability of uncertain timing or amount. Repeat. What IAS 37 says? Provision is a liability of uncertain amount or timing. As soon as the younger brother, Chota Bhai, read this single line, he got very upset. He got very angry and he said, how I'm going to challenge the accounting treatment of a client just by saying this, that provision is a liability of uncertain timing or amount. He got very angry. What he did, he just threw the book, and book was somewhere 3 or 4 feet far from the younger brother. As soon as he threw the book, the electricity was gone, as normal problems. It was winter, I told you. Then very soon, what happened? The wind started blowing. I exactly don't know what was the speed of the wind, maybe 30 km per hour, maybe more than that, 60 or 70 km per hour. What was actually happening? The book was slowly and gradually coming near to the younger brother. But he was sitting and he was angry. And he firmly decided that I'm not going to read this IAS 37. I'm not going to study this IAS 37. Because it says a single line relating to a provision. That provision is a liability of uncertain timings or amount. But the wind was blowing at a very speedy pace, and the book was slowly and gradually coming near to the Chota Bhai. As soon as the book came very near to him, now I don't know from which angle now the wind was blowing, the pages were opening like this. As soon as the light comes, there was a page again which talks about on that page IAS 37 was written, and younger brother, what he did, he just looked at this like this and he read 3 lines relating to the provision. As soon as younger brother reads the 3 lines, then he says, now I am going to challenge the accounting treatment of my clients. Now I can challenge anyone accounting treatment which goes against IAS 37. The question is, what are the 3 lines which younger brother has read? And after reading that particular 3 lines, why younger brother has become so confident? Now why he is saying that nobody can apply provision accounting in a wrong manner? Why younger brother is saying that nobody can use IAS 37 for window dressing? The question is, what are the 3 lines? If you really want to know what are those 3 lines, after reading that 3 lines, the younger brother was so confident, then do join us in A-level accountancy course at Abil School of Accountancy. Thank you very much for watching this video. Assalamu alaikum.